book and the doodah. So, now we're right here by the stove today. Hi, everybody. It's a bit of a doodle for how the cameras are set up. But on that note, hi. Welcome to Westeros, episode 6, season 1. We're doing mulled wine and poached pears. That was ridiculous. Now let's do the TikTok. Hi, TikTok. Welcome to Westeros. It's episode 6. We're doing mulled wine and we're doing poached pears. Who the doodah had the bright idea to do 2 on the same day? I don't even know. Time out. We're in. Let's go. And the cameras are really far apart. Oh, wait, you guys, before I open this up, can I show you? This is my custom-made Daenerys dress. I got it off eBay. True story. Hi, everybody on TikTok. Let me do the little highs. Welcome in. I ordered this custom-made off of eBay. It's a skosh big, but that's okay because you can always take in, but letting out is hard. So on that happy note, it's 2:05 Pacific Mountain Standard Time. Welcome to Westeros. We're going to get into doing 2 recipes unless you get petered out and you don't want to do 2. It's really hot outside. Like, it was cool first thing this morning. I was like, oh, a cool day. The warm cup of mulled wine will be so good. No. Look, there's my old apron from when we did the taste cooking show. Anywho, let's get started. Let's just shore up our strength. I said we'd do 2. I don't even know what I was thinking with that. And if you're wondering, why is YouTube over here but TikTok's over here? Because guess who still hasn't bought the single burner? I was watching one of my favorite TikTokers, Belly Knows Best. Please follow. I don't know if she's on YouTube, but I know for sure she's on TikTok. Belly, as in Belly, La Ponce. Belly Knows, Knows, Belly Knows Best. I love her cooking shows, and she does all these great recipes. Hi, everybody. And long story short, you know what? Somebody message me or comment me right now to remember as soon as I hang up. It's Amazon Prime days. Oh, you know what's on super sale on Amazon Prime? My book, Open Your Eyes 365. It's a journal. Or it's a daily encouragement, or it's both. Oh, look who talked too much and hasn't even started cooking. Okay, so that's why we're right here at the stove. Daenerys needs a hairnet. I wanted to get the mulled wine started because it has to simmer for 30 minutes. And in that 30 minutes, this is where the dragon brain was going. It simmers for 30 minutes, but we could do the poached pears in the same time. And in 45 minutes, we should be having a sip and a snack, and it'll be good. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and germs, let's go ahead and get into our cookbook. We are in the merry old land. Not of Oz. Did you mind? Hi! Oh, thank you for the gift. Thank you for joining in today. I appreciate that so much. Hi, Tina. Let me guess, you're having a beautiful, cool Colorado day. Arizona is hot. We are in the merry old Crown Lands in the book. Tina, thank you for that gift. And we are making this recipe right here. It's poached pears, but bear with me. I'm only doing 2 because, it's just me and Grandma. And she's like, I don't like pears. Okay, then instead of making 6, I'm going to make 2. YouTube. Tina's in Colorado over on the TikTok. She has a heater on. Tina, I am like this close to turning the air conditioner on because I get it. The wig is hot, but it's a warm day. We popped to 90 degrees and it's just... I'm ready for, say it with me, sweater weather. I'm ready for sweater weather. Anywho, okay, let's go. We are going to make poached pears, but we're starting with our mulled wine. a la Tyrion Lannister. Love Peter Dinklage in this. And I see that Peter Dinklage is in the remake of Toxic Avenger. Do you guys remember Trauma? Trauma Studios, Mr. Kaufman, New York. I don't know that I can watch a remake of Toxic Avenger because the first one is so bad it's good and I love it, and I'm not, yeah. Anywho, I'm a big fan of Tyrion and of Peter Dinklage, the actor. Let's go ahead and get started. Here's what we need. And this gets funny, and I need two hands. Hold on. I have a little short clip on the channels, and I show you two bottles of wine, and I clink them together, and I'm all, look, I was at the Walmart. I'm a Walmartian. I got these wines on sale. Oh my gosh. Thank you, God. I had the smarts to taste them before I cooked with them. Because here's the thing about when you cook with wine, and I know you know this, and if you don't, let me help you. When you cook with wine, the flavor that is in the wine, yes, the alcohol can burn off, but whatever that flavor is, that taste is what's going to cook. And it will amplify if you reduce it down in a sauce. So if you're like, these are not the same bottles, the one bottle was so bad. This never happens. It's like Martha Stewart saying, oh yeah, when you have extra wine, freeze it. Oh, and this is my favorite, screw cap. Ugh. I didn't pay attention. I saw the discount yellow sticker in Walmart and I just snapped it up and I got it home. And yesterday I'm like, ooh, I better taste these. And so I opened them and I tasted them and they were awful. Awful. Sometimes you will hear a bottle of wine say, oh, it's got a light, crisp apple flavor with a soft oaky finish. No. One bottle of wine tasted bitter with a finish of IKEA particle board. It was the Reach. It was called Reach. Measure out two cups. The Reach flavor was so bad, like IKEA, soggy IKEA particle board. I have a Dutch boiler going on. If you don't have the official one, if you don't have the actual official Dutch boiler, let me show you what to do. I've got such a mess going on. Long story short, I had to run out to the Dollar General. Did you know Dollar General sells wine? I just found out because I couldn't go to town last night. I just put one pan on top of the other and I have water in the bottom. Voila, look at that. I have a Dutch boiler. If you don't have, mercy, what happened? There is somebody's 800 number that's calling me like I owe them money. I do not. Okay, anywho, 2 cups in here. And this is something from the Dollar General, and it's called Dark Horse Cabernet Sauvignon. It's blackberry, dark chocolate, and toasted oak. Oh, you know what? Let's taste it. Well, I guess, what does it matter if we taste it now? We're cooking and we're live. So 2 cups of wine. By the way, the recipe calls for the entire bottle. Shoot, kids, we better taste this. Ready? It's not the best I've ever had, but by the way, it's not the worst either. The bottle of Reach Cab Sav on sale at the Walmart was trauma. So I bought this at the Dollar General. I think it was $7. I don't care. All right, and actually, when I first sipped the bottle of Reach Cab Sav from Walmart on sale, like marked down from $20 to $7, I actually just had to pour it out. Y'all need to be praying for me because I don't waste food. I don't waste wine, but that was so bad. I just had to pour it out. And the other one, I didn't know it. It was a knockoff brand of Fit Vine. It was supposed to be low tannin, low sugar diet wine. It too was just awful. And I'm like, I can't cook with this. So it's just in the fridge. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Mulled wine. Let me read you. Hi. Shall we have some story time? The ancient mix of wine and honey was a revered drink in Westeros, and not just for its intoxicating properties, but also for its medicinal value. The cooks of the Red Keep simmered the wine and honey mix with the juices of oranges and spices shipped from the trading city of, I'm going to say Qarth. It's Qarth. If it had the U, QU, it would be Qua. But if it's just a Q, I think it's K, like a hard sound, hard K, Qarth. Cinnamon was sold to be good. Oh, cinnamon was said to be good for the heart and the blood. That is true. Cloves helped with coughs. Allspice eased aches and pains, and star anise lessened headaches. Often drunk warm as a dessert or a nightcap, mulled wine reputedly ensured a dreamless sleep. Okay, now ingredients: 750 milliliter bottle of wine. That is this size, like the whole thing. Yeah, so I got to go back to work after this, so I don't think I'll be having a whole bottle of wine. Anywho, we put 2 cups in, so I'm just going to have it. It calls for 2 cups pulp-free orange juice. We're going to do 1 cup. It calls for 1/4 cup honey. We will do 1/8 of a cup, like 2 to 3 big tablespoons. 3 cinnamon sticks, will probably be 2. 5 whole cloves. 5 whole allspice berries. I don't have the berry. I have allspice. 1 whole star anise. Ah, my little town. When I hear that phrase, little town, my mind goes to Belle and Beauty and the Beast. Little town, such a quiet. Seeds from a vanilla pod, but I have vanilla extract. 1 small orange slice, lemon slice, 1 cardamom pod, slightly crushed, pinch of saffron, which is optional. Let's go. 1 cup orange juice. Can I show you something funny? A while back, I bet it was a year ago, I had a box of fresh California oranges. And so I couldn't eat that many oranges all at once. So I juiced them. And then I just saved it and froze it. Oh, yeah, that's good. I'm putting 1 cup. Can everybody see? 1 cup of orange juice into, now that is for garnish. When we see that they want slice of orange, slice of lemon, that's for garnish. 1 cardamom pod. Instructions say, hi everybody, welcome, come on in. I got busy reading and talking. I'm glad you're here. Hi. And then YouTube, thank you for joining in. Let's go. Here we are. Step number 1, add the wine, the orange juice, and the honey to a Dutch oven or similar large pot and stir to combine. Then add the remaining ingredients and bring to a low simmer over medium-high heat, but don't let it boil. Got it. So let's go ahead and turn on, I did get a mug to serve it in. I'm going to turn on my rear, everybody, you can't see, the rear burner as well. The rest of our ingredients, we need to do the honey. You guys, I really need to test this. Eat natural local honey or snort xylitol water because, oh yeah, I'm on day 3 of just savage allergies. Just savage. 1 and 2. This recipe actually called for a lot of honey. I'm going to zhush that off of my spoon. We need to put our cinnamon sticks in here. Cinnamon stick going in. Still trying to zhush off the honey and the warm water. Heat that up a little bit. Then we have 5, this is funny, 5 whole cloves. You got it. How much extract did we need? It says seeds from a vanilla pod or use 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. So let me switch over. We can lick the honey off of that. It's my local honey. And have you guys heard that? If you have really bad allergies, to eat local honey. Okay. All right. Moving on. Teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Is anybody by chance cooking along with me? Bueller? Anyone? I'm actually going to put this in the microwave and pray it doesn't explode. 30 seconds. Y'all be praying it doesn't explode. 5 whole cloves. Oh, didn't this need bay leaves? One of these recipes needs bay leaves. 5 whole cloves. Do not explode. Oh, the smell is so good. Okay. Now, if it comes to holiday time, okay, we got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys, if you're ever in the mood for home crafts or with your kids, if you take your whole cloves for your holiday home and just begin to dot a fresh orange with them for the holiday season, it will fragrance your house with orange clove. And it's, you want to smell? So good. We're not doing that with this orange, just a little tip. Hi. Thank you so much. Hey, TikTok, somebody on YouTube with the name Eats Farts says cool wig. So I get to say what Ariana Grande says. Gee, thanks. Just spot it. No, actually, we've been wearing the Daenerys wig for 6 episodes now. Oh, actually, let's just go ahead and finish it. And then I can cut that slice off and then put it in a crystal dish over by the couch so it won't smell like dog. And sounds like the other honey is done. Oi, sharp. Okay. So kind of like making a holiday popcorn string. You could do holiday orange, and then you would literally cover, you guys, that smell is heavenly. You would literally cover the entire orange like that. It's fresh whole clove and a fresh orange, and then do it on your Thanksgiving holiday, and then just leave it out for the duration of the holiday season. Okay, now next we have in our pile, in our pan, red wine, orange juice, honey, cinnamon sticks, whole cloves, allspice. I did not have the fresh allspice, but I was going to do 2 dashes of, and I didn't have star anise. Oh, it does say 2 bay leaves. Did you hear that? The pot is talking. So I've got bay leaves ready. 1, 2. Then I was going to do 2 dash nutmeg to make up for me not having the star anise, which is an Asian type spice. And then I don't have pinch of, and then a cardamom pod, crushed slightly. Cardamom. 1 pod, 1 pod. It says crushed slightly, so you know what we do. We put it in the towel, cover it, and hit it. It has been crushed slightly. Can you see that? Hi, everybody. Welcome in, TikTok. Thanks for being here. Hi, YouTubes. Okay. You guys, you know we are here every Tuesday, 2 p.m. Arizona time. Add the remaining ingredients and bring to a low simmer over medium-high heat, but don't let it boil. Reduce heat to low and let simmer gently uncovered for 30 minutes. Taste and adjust sweetness, adding more honey if desired. So let's do that now. Do I have any official taste testers? I did not put a super lot of honey in there. I can see me having a cup of warm mulled wine after the live and then promptly going to sleep and not back to work. Ooh, it's nice. Ooh, it's nice. Okay. Recipe number 1, mulled wine, is officially started. We're going to move it in our improvised Dutch oven to the back burner, which is set on like a medium low. Now let us switch to, and then heads up, the small orange slice, small lemon slice are garnishes, and you move the cinnamon stick to the mug to complete the garnish. Let's move to this beautiful, I love the presentation dish. I just have like a glass pie dish. You work with what you have in your kitchen. Let's make these poached pears. Remember, I'm not making the entire recipe of 6 because Grandma's like, I don't like those. Let me get a pan. I'm here. Okay. Oh, it went everywhere. Hello, Tuesday. Poached pears. Are you ready? In a large saucepan, add the wine, oranges, honey, brown sugar, vanilla seeds or vanilla extract, and spices. Make sure there is enough liquid to submerge at least half of the pears. Add more wine or juice if necessary. Bring the mixture to a low boil or over high medium heat, stirring until the sugar and honey dissolves. Though, what we need to do first, let's go ahead and get that started. And we're switching to the other wine I have because it asked for 2 to 3 cups of sweet wine or a fruit juice. So I actually bought a bottle from Dollar General. It says sweet red. If this tastes like Boone's Farm, we're going to go back to high school. Oh, and I've got honey all over my brand new Westeros dress. Are you ready? Let's go ahead and okay, it's like a sweet red. To make our poached pears, we need 2 cups. I need to turn up our heat a little bit. And in the back, okay, that was 1 cup, 2 cup. And then this, I don't think it's really so much a drinking wine as much as we could put that in for frozen ice cubes. Next, we need 1/4 cup honey, 1/4 cup brown sugar. Got brown sugar right here. Where's that big spoon? Not sure if you guys can see. Can you see me scoop? You cannot. My apologies. Let me. Okay. Yep. 1/4 cup. Now the honey, if you were here at the beginning, you saw me put it into the microwave because I'm all, oh yeah, I will just, we are barely, oh no, this is more like one tablespoon. Oh, you guys. 1/4 cup honey. I have some exploded in here. Oranges. Okay. It says 1 to 2 oranges sliced. Large saucepan. Add the wine, oranges, honey, brown sugar, vanilla, seeds, extra. Okay, well, let's go for it. Let's go for it. We got to do the honey out of here. Ugh. Okay. Hi, guys. I'm right here. Oh, yeah. This is... Hold on. Hold on. This got real messy real quick. Oh, all right. Now, improvise. Clonk, clonk, clonk. Okay. Now, it's interesting. In here, it says 1 to 2 oranges sliced. So let's go ahead and slice them up. But I'm going to keep a little bit for finishing the mulled wine. Ooh, that's good. I'm going to go ahead, and it doesn't say how to cut it. So let's just make big slices, and it's going to go into the pot. I wonder if that's just a flavor. All right, all the oranges are in our pot. We have such a mess going with the honey. How did they do it back in the day? How did they do it in Westeros? Okay, let's get this stirred. Step number 1 for poached pears is large saucepan, add the wine, oranges, honey, brown sugar, vanilla seeds or extract, and spices. Okay, here we go again. Sometimes I feel like I'm reading the same thing twice here. Ugh, I'm gonna try and scoop that out to help my allergies. I just dribbled honey all over the floor. Nice. So this calls for, just like no wonder I felt crazy. This is very similar to the mulled wine. 5 cloves in. 2 cinnamon sticks. Okay, we got the sugar in. Vanilla. How much vanilla? Teaspoon. Done. It asks for 2 cardamom pods, lightly crushed. The mulled wine asked for 1. So we've got that going. You know how we do it. Put it in a towel. Can you see? I've got the 2 cardamom pods. I'm going to put these in and crush it with the wine bottle. And into. Great. Now, while the wine is heating, I feel like I forgot something. It did ask for star anise. I don't have that. It said ginger. I was going to use a little bit. It asks for 2-inch sliced fresh ginger. I am going to put a 1/4 teaspoon powdered ginger. The cinnamon sticks is what we're missing. And just in case you're curious, in the back, the mulled wine is doing okay. Speaking of doing okay, how are you guys? I can honestly say I don't like the camera setup I have today because you guys are so far apart. I'm having a hard time. Yeah. Oh, this is fragrant. Oh, that's really nice and fragrant. Okay. Let me hold it up so you can see. I don't even know. We are going to be following the recipe. I've got the heat turned up in the back. The simmering is going good. What I'm learning about merry old Westeros is that I don't know that they were always in the north where it was all ice, but most of these recipes are for cool weather. Now, while this simmers and does what it does, let me get a taste of it. That's good. That's sweet. We need to prepare these and get these in there. They're washed and clean. It is, I just want to eat it. We want to take all of the skin off. And then we want to core out. Can you guys see? You holler at me if you can't see what I'm doing. Now, we don't necessarily need to time the mulled wine, but we do need to time our pears, which need to be about 10 minutes in the mulling, similar to mulled. Now, I can understand, you guys, why. Okay, and then after we have that, do you have a coring tool at home? If you do, you would just go jut jut. I don't. I'm going to take my paring knife, see the bottom, and I just want to pull that core out. You guys, I just started watching. Okay, that wasn't the cleanest of coring. I was watching True Detective season 4 because I'm a big Jodie Foster fan. It's all profanity and pornography. That is going to go in here. Now, can you see in the pan? You can't TikTok. Let me bring it over. My pear is not 100% submerged. I'm going to let it go ahead and cook on its side. Let's get this other one quickly paired. And then we're going to do a little bit of a timer on that. Would you guys let me know in the chat, what are you watching not right now, as in Daenerys Targaryen of Westeros preparing pears, but what are you, I need a new, well, mainly Grandma needs a new series to watch, because she watched almost all of the True Detective, and she said she thought I would like the Jodie Foster season 4, and it's set out in Ennis, Alaska. All right. Ugh. Almost. And now remember, I need to, pear wise, I have red pears because that's what my little town had, but you could use, how about this, Bosch, Anjou, or red pear. Don't use like the green ones. It'll be too bitter. All right. Got it. Now, in it goes both of the, actually it needs like a little more. I am just going to use it all. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to use it all so it's really got my pears submerged. Let's put some thyme on here. Okay, I've got 10 minutes on it. I just spilled. Stir the mold. You put the lime in the coconut and shake it all up. Hi, okay, now I'm just going to reach past you real quick and rinse my hands. Did anybody message me to make sure I log on to Amazon Prime? Ooh, that pear, good. Make sure I log on to Amazon Prime for the Prime Day sale and just buy that single burner. Or better yet, one device with 2 burners. Now, in the picture, they have this gorgeous rustic crockery plate, and I have a glass pie pan. When we finish this up in about 20 minutes, it is going to be the sauce on the bottom and the 2 poached pears on top. Now, let's give it mulled wine gets a stir. Our pears, I went ahead and added the rest of that sweet wine in there because I really want these pears to submerge. And did anybody answer, are you cooking with me? Did anybody, today is a good day. I wish you could see this. Maybe I'll pull you over. My submerged pear, I have moved the slice of orange on top of it so it can simmer with a quote unquote lid of orange. Let's clean as we go. I am going to move this off camera because I want my quail to have this. Hold on, I'm right here. Oh, you don't even. I'm going to put it in this and I'll take it out to the quail when we're done. You don't even know the honey mess inside the microwave. Don't do that. It was a bad idea. I'll be right back. I'm around the corner. I'm right here. Okay. Let's have a sip of water. Boop. Water. Boop. And okay. Poached pears. Remember to get your Welcome to Westeros cookbook. It's called the official Westeros cookbook. But on Tuesdays, I would love it if you would please join me and cook along with me and then send me a photo of you cooking. Okay, now we're on page 23, Poached Pears. The fragrant wine-infused sweet course of poached pears graced many nobles' tables in King's Landing. The favorite royal recipe used crisp, flawless pears from the orchards of the Reach, harvested and dispatched by cart to the kitchens of the Red Keep, where they were preserved and prepared for feast days with a special caramelized sauce. The infusion heightened the soft pear flavor, with the whole dish maturing in depth in the days after steeping. Okay, so here's where we're at. Step 1, we had the large saucepan. We put the wine, the oranges, the honey, the brown sugar, the vanilla, and the spices. It does say make sure there is enough liquid to submerge at least half of the pears. Mine were barely half, so I just put the rest of that sweet wine in there so that it can really soak into, and we cored them. I don't have the punch corer. I used a paring knife. It was fine, but it's not as clean as if you have the tool. Next, while the wine is heating, peel the pears, discard the skins, keep the stems on, use a spoon, well, you could use a spoon, to core the pears from the bottom. We did that. Now, number 3, here we are. Whoops, excuse me. Reduce heat to medium-low and arrange the pears on their sides in the saucepan. We're right there, guys. We're right there. I need to take this heat down a bit. Step number 3, reduce heat to medium-low and arrange the pears on their sides in the saucepan and simmer the pears for 10 to 15 minutes and then rotate them so that the other side is submerged and simmer for another 10 minutes until both sides of the pear are nicely colored and the flesh is soft. Okay, and that's something to consider, that very white pear flesh in the wine with the dark sugar. It's going to make a nice color. Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming in. Oh, and thank you. Thank you for the gift. First of all, my apologies. I didn't see it. Lady Har Har. Lady Lardy Lard Har 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 Har. YouTube, somebody on TikTok sent me a gift and they've got a great username. Okay, now use the slotted spoon to remove and discard the orange slices. Gently remove the pears from liquid and set them aside, and then finish boiling this. When the pears are cool enough to serve, plate them in the syrup facing upright, which is how we would get this picture right here, which is gorgeous, and that is what opens up the chapter. Now, you guys, hey, you got, see right there, that's how we're in the Crownlands. Friends, our goal is that we are going to cook our way, Julie and Julia style, through this cookbook. So every Tuesday, if you go ahead and order the cookbook today, you can be cooking along with me. And I drop the next recipe. In fact, we'll do that in just a moment. I drop that next recipe so you know next Tuesday what we're going to make and you have time to do your shopping. And if you live in a small town like me, sometimes you just have to miss an ingredient or you substitute an ingredient. But I have a sideways thought. Now, our very first episode, we invested both time, talent, and money into creating all of these spices. Let me tell you, we have not used, I think once. I think we've used it once. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it. Okay, so next, let's try and rearrange our camera setup while we wait for these to And also, we're going to take a minute and do a minor bit of cleanup. Oh, there is no getting that honey off. Yeah, I'm just going to have to take the rug out. Probably just throw it out. Okay. Can you hear that? That is the sound of it. I think I'm going to lardy lard lar. That's a great question. This is actually for the people of Westeros. The official Westeros cookbook. It is recipes from Game of Thrones and the House of Dragons television show. It's why I dress up as Daenerys Targaryen when we are making it. Like, get it? Ha ha, har har. It's Daenerys Targaryen doing the Westeros cookbook. And one other thing of note in making our poached pears, this is supposed to be a dessert. I guess it could be a second course in your lunch. It's vegan, gluten-free, if that matters, if that's important to you. The difficulty is marked as easy, but I want you to know, prep time says 15-minute, cooking time says 1 hour. So I might not have left enough time because we have a total of an hour in our cooking. We have a cooking hour. We don't have much more than that. Whew! So here we go. We need to pick our recipe for next week. So far, we have made Rhaenyra's lemon cakes. We did that. Oh my gosh, these were so delicious. I think you'll really like it. We have made the stuffed dragon eggs. This, taking the time to soak and stain the albumin and have the crackly marks on the white part of the egg. So worth it. And by the way, the flavor was rich and interesting and unexpected, by the way. We're doing the poached pears right now. And we've made the milk of the poppy and we made the iced milk. My milk of the poppy last week did not come out anything like the recipe said. And I really think it's because I didn't soak the poppies overnight. Okay? It's on me. These recipes, Laris's Strong's meat pie, it's not the advanced, it's the heat up the house when it's still hot. Roast duck, yeah. Let me source a duck first and then we'll make it. Oh, we did make the honeyed game birds. It was so good. My opinion, it was so good. We did the milk of the poppy together. So if you're thinking about getting this cookbook, if you get it for yourself because you like cookbooks and cooking and new recipes, I think you'll really like it. If you're getting for somebody you know in your life who loves like honestly, you could gift me just about any cookbook and I'll probably love it. Now, my milk of the poppy did not come out anything like it was supposed to. It was a botch. Roasted boar. Do you see a trend here in all of these recipes? What I didn't realize when I jumped into the challenge, shoot first, aim later, is that it doesn't scare me because it says, oh, it's prep time is 45 minutes and then overnight and then cookie time 4 hours. What I'm thinking we'll do in that is we are going to do prep together. That is one of the ones that I'm probably going to have to do a recorded video for you because time to turn our pears. Honestly, when we look at 5 hours of prep, cook, post, serving, I think I should make it and just do a time-lapse video for you. It is time to turn. It said get a slatted spoon. Woo woo! Stir the mulled wine. And let me pull one out. We need to turn this over. But can you see the color? Let me bring it up close. Can you see how it started to take on the color? I'm going to roll it over, cover it with an orange. Same thing with our other pair. Whoop. You can see how it is starting to take on the color of the wine. And that little spot right there is where it was not submerged fully. So I'm turning them over. I'm covering it with a piece of orange. I kind of want to talk movies if you want to talk movies. Who is going to Tron Ares? Did you see that Optimus Prime? Optimus the robot was at the, I think it was New York film premiere. I'm just taking, if you guys can notice on the camera, I'm just taking my tablespoon and I'm pouring a little bit of our wine broth over the top of the orange that is on top of the pear, because I want to really saturate that color and flavor. I have a medium simmer going here. If it was 1 notch higher, it would go to a boil. Stir the mulled wine. Set this to 10 minutes on the timer. Set your timers, everybody. Oh, I touched the clock. I'm somewhere in the future, and I look much better than I look right now. I'm somewhere. I double dog dare you to name that artist. The song said, I'm somewhere in the future, and I look much better than I look right now. I'm somewhere. Timer, 10 minutes. Ladle the broth over the pear. Taste the mulled wine. And then finish the book and talk movie premiere. I'd like it, honestly, I'd like it to be a little bit sweeter. There is barely any honey in here, and I really need to just have it for my allergies. Maybe we should put a, ooh, that's really sweet. Hold on. Ooh, sweet. Okay, enough of that. I'm gonna turn. Sometime the wig around the heat scares me because I don't know. Mulled wine is at a low simmer. Let's prepare the garnish for that. Oh, we got 3 things going and nothing's getting done. Hi, thank you so much, Jack. Thank you. YouTube, Jack on TikTok sent me a bunch of silly emojis because it's silly. We are finishing our thought on, I was so excited to jump into this challenge, cooking my way through the Westeros cookbook in the Julie and Julia fashion. And it wasn't until I was in knee deep in the process that I realized, oh my gosh, these are all roasting, baking, ovening, and it's still hot here in Arizona. In fact, right now in the kitchen with the wig, it's hot. Hang on, YouTube. I got a TikTok message. Hi, Jack. And you're asking, that's okay, no problem in getting lots of emojis. And what I was eating in that moment was, I don't know if you can tell, I have savage allergies. It's been this way for 3 days. I think it's just a seasonal thing. Here where I live, we don't have traditional autumn, fall, leaves changing colors. That's not what happens in the desert. We have cholla, and the cholla cactus spine and nettles will change color. I think it's given me a little bit of an allergy. I believe the old wives' tale about eat raw local honey to help with the symptoms. I also take the citrazine, Zyrtec, whatever. Long story short, thank you so much for joining me today. Okay, Jack, me too. I love, why am I in the desert? I love cold weather. I love it. I love sweater weather. Okay, I wanted to finish the thought that I will be making the roasted boar recipe for you. It's just, this is like a 5-hour recipe, and I'm going to do it closer to like maybe Thanksgiving, when the family is all here and we can eat a boar. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. So, roasted boar later. I have not, oh, and see, look at the picture. Oh my gosh, sign me up. And that's with the bramble sauce. We made the bramble sauce when we did the honeyed game birds. Burnt lemon tarts, we haven't made that yet, but we will. Shay's fish pie, again, that is called heat up your house with the oven and it's still hot in the desert. We're in the middle right now of mulled wine, and go ahead and giggle with me, because you guys know we have just about an hour to do our cooking show and then I have to go back to work. But here's what's going to happen. I got to go back to work with these allergies, and I have a pot full of mulled wine. Oh, I wish it was a cold day. Oh, I wish it was a cold day to be having a hot mug of this mulled wine. I've heard of mulled wine. I've never tried it. But basically, it's a dark red wine, orange juice, cinnamon stick, the clove, and honey for sweetness. And that's, Jack, that's right, when you came in, I was taking a big spoonful of honey, and I was thinking, oh, I should sweeten up the mulled wine a bit. No! And now this is got 6 more minutes to finish poaching, and then we're going to pull it out, get it ready to serve. And I see the time, and I got to keep on my keeping on. The pigeon pie, I'm really excited. Let me come up close so you can see the photo, YouTube. And this is the photo, TikTok. I'm excited to make this, but you guys, we may need to make it again. Prep time, 90 minutes. Cooking time, 3 hours. Rest time, that pigeon pie, I think I'm gonna have to do a video for you, and then we'll open it and eat it live. Okay, and as we're finishing out the Crown Lands, lamprey pie, do you happen to have any eels in your neighborhood? Do you have eel? I don't know where I'm gonna get eel, E-E-L, eel meat in my little town. So I'll probably use a whitefish, some haddock or cod to make the lamprey pie. And then we made the ice milk together. That was actually tasty, and I used it the rest of the week in my coffee. Bowl of brown. Again, look, I don't know if I'll make the pastry bowl or I'll just buy one at the store and then hollow it out. Jack, you asked, do I have kids? Do I have a dog? Do I have any pets? I got all of it. I got all of those. I'm a yes, yes, yes. Now, pomegranate juice. They want you to open and squeeze fresh pomegranate. And then we will be to the north and beyond the wall. This is the most beautiful cookbook. If you have Game of Thrones fans, House of the Dragon fans, if you have somebody who just loves fantasy cosplay, why not dress up as Jon Snow and cook your way through this cookbook? Okay, oh, TikTok, are you guys watching Poof Nation? I love her videos. I remember the Poof from the 80s. I am no stranger to that. Okay, let's keep on. We were going to finish getting the garnish ready. I have a mug for the mulled wine. It asked for a slice of orange, and what I've done let me bring it up close so you can see it. Do you want to smell it? Okay. Okay. So we are going to, I'm going to use that as part of my garnish. You know what would be so pretty is, I guess sometimes you have to think ahead for presentation. It would be nice to have a gorgeous clear glass mug. I don't. Please note that the clove studded slice of orange garnish is going into our mug. Down on the bottom where you cannot see it, once I pour the mulled wine in there. And it also asked for slices of lemon. Remember to wash your produce because these will have a wax, in the United States, it'll have the wax coating on it. So we want to go ahead and it's clean. I'm going to cut off the very end. Oh, it smells so good. And then I'm just doing a thin slice. Just like that. And you guys, for everybody who just joined in on TikTok and on YouTube, thank you so much for being here. If you're feeling like the camera is off today, it is. You are right. It is off. Bing, bing, please DM me, comment, message me now to remember to log on and buy the single burner. I love it when the cameras are against that wall and the light from the window comes in. But I wouldn't be able to do the cooking right here and do it live in front of you. Here we go. Now, poached pears, back on page 25. We're on step 3 and 4. Reduce heat to medium low, arrange the pears, simmer the pears, flip them, simmer longer, and then using a slotted spoon, remove and discard the orange slices and gently remove the pears from the liquid and set them aside. We are 2 minutes from doing that. And while we wait for that, I'm going to pull out a mug serving of our mulled wine. So where's ridiculous is that, oh, and I want to remind you one more time for anybody who just came on, welcome guys. I know on TikTok some of you just joined in. The mulled wine needs to be made in a Dutch boiler, Dutch pan system. If you don't have the fancy system, just put one on top of the other. See that? See how I did it? So the big pan on the bottom has the boiling water. The wine is on top with the orange juice, the cinnamon, the clove, the cardamom, the vanilla, all of that good stuff. I need to make an Amazon wish list. I wish, cross your eyes, I wish I had a gorgeous, oh, I do. Oh my gosh. I should wish for $1 million. I do. Oh my gosh, you guys. Hold the phone, literally. My gorgeous, you're supposed to garnish with the cinnamon stick, an orange slice, and a lemon slice. I have studded my orange slice with fresh clove. I am reaching into, oh, shoot. Hang on, everybody. Hang on. TikTok, I gotta do the puzzle. Whew, okay. Now, TikTok, I don't think you can see it. I'm reaching into the double boiler. I am getting that scoop of hot mulled wine. I don't see me filling it to the top. Let us drop this in. It's pretty. It would be nice if it was like a 6-ounce cup. Oh, you win some, you lose some. I was just wishing, oh, I wish I had a pretty glass mug. I do. It's just not a small mug, but I hope you can see that. We're going to set this aside to cool a minute. I was originally going to put it in this mug, but you wouldn't be able to see what I was doing. We need to take, pardon me. Oh, you guys. I just got to throw that rug out. For anybody who just joined, at the very beginning, I was like, oh, I don't have enough honey. I'm going to have to heat this honey up in the microwave. I did, and it exploded everywhere. This is like Slimerville in there. Now, the rear, I can put it to off, and the pan and the Dutch boiler will keep it hot. In here, TikTok, YouTube, you have a really good view of the pears poaching in the wine syrup. TikTok, let me just turn you. And what happens is every time I walk close to the camera, I step in that spilled honey. There's got to be a blessing in it somewhere. Can you see where I have the orange on top of that? I'm going to take the orange off. Now, hold on here, Westeros. Ooh, that's hot. Oh! Yay. Of course it's hot. It's been boiling. We're going to turn that up. Keep it stirring. Keep it moving. So far, so good. Now, oh, and we need to put a stick. Yeah, let me touch another hot thing one more time. Mercy me. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Okay. So we'll let this cool and then we'll try it. The good thing is we did get a glass clear mug so you can see it. I am not pouring it to the top. I just have a ladle full in there, which I think would be a good serving, like 5 ounces would be a great serving of mulled wine. We have garnished with our cinnamon stick, a slice of lemon, and the cloves. Oh, I wish you could try and smell it, okay? It is so, so good. That is going to set aside. This is starting to, I need it to simmer down 5 more minutes. I don't think while we're live together, it is going to be a thick syrup like I want it to, but let us just take a moment. Live or Memorex? Comment if you understand the reference. Is it live or is it Memorex? Because this is what the photo looks like. Remember when we did Milk of the Poppy? I'll come up close to each camera. Okay, that is the photo, possibly staged for the camera, or it was soaked longer, like overnight in this solution, because now this is, do you want me to hold the two up together? I'm not mad at you if you stage it for the camera, but yeah, it is barely, the pears are barely tinted the color. Right. Okay, we're going to let those cool a moment. We're going to go to step 4 was using a slotted spoon. Remove and discard the oranges. Okay, we need to do that. Hold on. I'll just put them in this cup. I understand better now what's happening. When we first started and it's like put oranges in it, like I didn't get it. I get it now. We're leaving our... Hey, on TikTok, do you guys watch Miss Sophia? Oh, I love her cooking. You guys, I watch a lot of cooking shows. Okay, here we go. These are all of our oranges removed. I don't comment if you have an idea, a way to repurpose this. It's orange slices that have been cooked in wine, honey, brown sugar, spices. How could you puree that and use it? It has the pith and the rind on it. This is coming up to step number 4, using a slotted spoon, remove and discard the orange slices. Gently remove the pears from liquid, set them aside. Increase heat to high and boil until the liquid reduces to about 3/4 cup and turns syrupy. And when the pears are cool enough to serve, plate them in the syrup facing upright. Okay, we're at that part. I don't even know. Let us give it a taste. True story. It tastes so similar to the mulled wine. The poached pears recipe And the mulled wine, okay, here we go. Oops. Here we go. Poached pears and mulled wine. They both call for wine, orange, honey, cinnamon stick, whole cloves, allspice. Mulled wine calls for bay leaves and star anise. Poached pears calls for the same thing: cinnamon sticks, whole cloves, allspice, star anise. It called for a 2-inch slice of fresh ginger, which I didn't have. And if you don't have fresh ginger, it's okay. You can use powdered ginger. I did. Cardamom pods. Honestly, you guys, now I remember, could have had a V8. Now I remember why I was thinking we would do the 2 recipes at the same time. Not to make myself crazy, but actually because they are so similar. So similar. Except for mulled wine called for bay leaves, pinch of saffron. Other than the bay leaves and the pinch of saffron, the 2 recipes are very similar. So hold on. Let's get into, we're going to take a quick, by the way, I've turned off my mulled wine. And here is clink from my glass to yours, my mug to yours. Boop. Oh, thank you so much. User number 713. Thank you so much for the gift. This is the mulled wine, clink. I am going to have a sip down the hatch. You guys, it's good. It's good. And I live in the United States. I am actually in the Southwest. So, whoop, time to stir. Hold on. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Ooh, look, I got the paracord. Sip of water. What I wanted you to know, and I think I will make a post with our mulled wine recipe, because if you are in an area like Tina, my friend Tina on TikTok, is in Colorado, where it's all about cool weather. She has the heater on, leaves are changing. How about everywhere but the desert? You could have hot cider for the kids. You could have mulled wine for the adults. It's good. And it's basically wine, honey, orange juice, and the spices. One more sip for science. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Okay, so what we're going to do now is, it is so hot in here, guys. Let's make an executive decision together. Oh, Rosemary. Hey, YouTube. Rosemary just came into the chat on TikTok and said, make a candied orange peel. Oh, with these left. Let me show you, Rosemary. These were what were cooked in there. I've made candied watermelon rind. It is so good. I don't know. I'm not one to waste, but I might need to just throw these out and like throw them out, because I don't want my quail eating wine rinds. Hi, Damari. Oh, I love your music, honey. Hi, Rob. What's going on brand? I just saw the time. Who has to go back to work? Anybody? I do. I got all this mulled wine and spilled honey, and I saw the time. I'm like, oh, I gotta get back to work. Okay, so let's do this. Let me show you what's going on here. It's definitely not what I want to see. And if I could, you know what, from this moment forward, we'll just make a pinky promise that I read the recipe and do prep. Up until this episode, I never do any prep. I just open that book, raw and wriggling, and jump into the recipe. But what's happened is we are kneading the poached pear sauce to reduce down to a syrup. And that means longer than the time that I have. So why don't we do this? I'm going to go ahead and turn it down, and I will let it finish for you. This is, see, watch. here's what's going on. Look how liquidy it is. Can you guys see? It should be a syrup. That is a liquid. We do want liquid on the bottom of our serving tray, but we want it to be like a syrup. I know I cannot leave you hanging without tasting it, so let's do that. Oh, it is nice, you guys. Hold on. The pear is tender. I can see the simmer ring on it. Let me get a bite. It is scalding hot. I'll get a little bit of that syrup. That 2 cups of liquid in there would need like 30 minutes. Now, YouTube, your bite. Enjoy. Poached pear. TikTok, your bite. I love how you guys are just chatting. It needs to be syrup like a maple. Ready? 1, 2, 3. We'll do it together. It's good. It's good. I would tell you if it wasn't. Remember last week when we did Milk of the Poppy? I could not hide it on my face. Ugh. It's mild flavored. I would definitely make this again. It would be a beautiful holiday luncheon, holiday dessert, but I would like more of a pow spice. Chew it. It's very mild. It's very mild. Child, that was good. Okay. Here's what's going to happen. I cut one open, but I left one whole because I want to get really good photos. I am going to let the syrup finish and post a finished recipe. And Rob, TikTok, I'm going to stay with you. So you guys, just one quick minute. YouTube, thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad you're here. Would you please subscribe to the channel? And then ding the bell for notifications so that next week, Tuesdays at 2 p.m., you'll be joining me. Hopefully, you will get your own copy of the official Westeros cookbook. You'll cook along with me, and it is going to be so much fun. Come dressed as your favorite Game of Thrones character if you want. And stay tuned to the channel because we haven't picked what our next recipe is going to be. It is not going to be the roasted boar, okay? It's not the duck because I have to source a duck. Probably have to have it ordered and sent in. And it's not going to be the boar, but let me know in your book what recipe you want to do next week and we'll do it, but it's not the duck and it's not the boar. And in the meantime, YouTube, thank you for joining me. I'm so glad you're here. Dakaris, I'll see you next week.